The day I got married, I had my closest friends around me, my family members. It was just a surreal moment in our lives and something that personally I will never forget. Now, one of the things that saddens me is that many people are shying away from getting married, and not because they're not compatible, not because it's something that they don't believe in, but believe it or not, it's because of the money that it entails. Because let's be honest and let's be serious here for a second. Getting married can be expensive. I have heard of weddings that cost $50,000, $100,000. Now, there is a report here from CNBC that Gen Z millennial couples say it's too expensive to get married in this economy in 2023. And we're going to dive into the numbers here on why this happens. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can make your wedding more affordable. But for our case, we spent about $25,000 in our wedding. A lot of it came from credit cards. A lot of it came from personal loans. Now, that's a challenge that we wanted to take on, but this is not something that everybody is willing to do. 3/4 or 75% of Gen Z and millennial couples say it's too expensive to get married in the current economy. The cost of the average wedding reached $30,000 last year due to a steep inflation, and that's up $22,000 from 2021. Now, they do say here that 66% of people, majority of people say it will be worth the cost. Now, this is absolutely, and I cannot emphasize this enough, money is something that comes and goes. You're going to make the money back. As long as you remain healthy and as long as you don't die, you will make the money back. But the experiences and the time that you spend and that you share, especially with the closest people in your life at the time, it's an experience that I believe everyone should go through. The joy that I had, I felt like I was on top of a mountain and I was euphoric throughout the whole night. It's really important for couples to figure out what they want out of a wedding. That's absolutely the case. If you don't know what you want, if you don't know how much you're willing to invest, how much you're willing to spend on your wedding, then it's going to be a bill. It's going to be something that, like a toilet paper bill, like you're just going to keep spending. So you got to have an idea, a budget on how much money you are going to be able to, or you need, or you want to spend on your wedding. Because if you don't do this, like I said, it's going to be an unlimited blank check and you're going to go a lot farther up, higher up than you originally thought. Traditions are evolving and more couples are comfortable with smaller, more intimate weddings as they finance the events themselves. My wife and I, we had a small wedding, 60-person wedding, but I know a guy who had about 500 people in his wedding party. He was telling me one day, he said, man, Alex, I swear to God, man, like I didn't know more than 80% of the people that went to my wedding. He mentioned that a lot of these people that were invited to his wedding were his parents' friends and parents, like relatives and parents' acquaintances. So it was more a party for the parents of the bride and the groom more than it was more about the bride and the groom. So if you're someone that has control over this and you're paying for this out of pocket, then most likely you are going to have more control over who you invite to your wedding. It's not going to be to your parents. So here's some tips that are going to help you plan for your wedding. Number one, prioritize what is important to you. Now, who do you want to invite to your wedding? Do you want to have your friends? Do you want to have your family? Do you want to have both of them in the same venue? Who do you want to party with? Who do you want to spend time with? Who truly deserves to be there? And this is going to be full of difficult decisions because there's going to be some people that you haven't seen in a few years that you used to be good friends with, and you're going to feel guilty to not invite them. But it's all about who is special to you at the time. Who do you see special to you that you want to witness such a sacred moment in your life? So think about that. Prioritize what is important. Also, what type of venue, what type of environment you want, what type of music. Not just that, but also prioritize who is important to you. Be honest about your budget and save money on things that don't matter as much to you. You could save $1,000 on the cake to give yourself the dream photographer, the venue that you love, or the extra 30 minutes at the bar. That's a really good point. Personally, we had an open bar. We even invested some money on a small wedding cake Green Bay Packers. We're both Green Bay Packers fans for our football team. So we invested in that. It was a really cool experience. So you need to identify the things that are going to help you make the best decision for your wedding. And I suggest that you bring both parties into this. The groom and the bride have to make these decisions. And I'm going to be honest, many of the decisions were made more for my wife. And along with this, I want to mention be more intentional with the invitations. Like I mentioned, you're going to have some tough decisions to make. And the fewer people you invite to your wedding, the more resources you will have for the party. If you have 500 people, that's going to be really tough to feed, to get drunk, or not to get drunk, maybe to have a few drinks, to feed at the bar. Things are going to take longer. But if you have 60 people, you can have a lot more entertainment, maybe a DJ for longer hours, or maybe a videographer also for less money. So these are definitely things to take into account. Now, the last tip I want to share here with you when it comes to helping you plan for your wedding is be in constant communication with your wife or with your wife-to-be, especially for the men who is the main audience of my channel. You got to be in constant communication. You want to make sure that you help the bride. You want to help your bride as much as you can. I remember when we were getting ready for our wedding, I was like doing the invitations and I was like helping with what I could. And I remember I had just hurt my back in the gym, so I was on the couch, just like getting invitations ready, like doing some floral arrangements. It also gave me pride in saying, yes, I helped put this wedding together. So at the end of the day, I want to say the wedding is going to be an amazing experience. It's going to be something that you will never, ever forget. I suggest that you invest your money wisely, choose who you want to invite, what is important to you, prioritize, identify a list of things that are must-have, other negotiable things that you can talk about a little further. Where to go back, I would definitely hire a photographer, a videographer, which is something that we missed. So let me know in the comments, are you planning on getting married soon? How much money are you planning on spending on your wedding? What's your budget? And with that being said, guys, thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alex, peace.